wood.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And it locked up.
Huh.
Freaking locked up on us.
You are kidding me.
No. I almost said a bad word there, but I'm not sure whether we're on or not. I think don't
It's
say any
running,
bad.
and Pan Panic is first, saying
Don't say
calling
any bad
himself Mr.
words.
First.
I gotta.
Call us back?
Yep. Please go in the chat and let everybody know what's going on. No, I'm not gonna call you back. I'm gonna restart Wirecast.
All right.
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's the bane of my existence. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody who loves drones all around the world, welcome to Thursday Night Live, everyone! Are we on? Am I dancing for no reason? Are we on? Can people see us? Kelly Green! Hey, everybody. Kelly, this is where you talk.
Everybody.
There you go. All right. So his mic is working. This is not Dana Williams. Dana, he's got such a hectic schedule. He swears that he will be back next week. So in the meantime, we got old Kelly back. Thank you very much for making time.
A lot of people on social media are saying I'm better than Dana. Your thoughts, if any?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Blasphemy, sir. Anyway, big show tonight. Big show. I know there's at least 1,000 people watching right now who only want to find out who is going to win the Drone Max A40 portable charger. Going to be drawing live for that tonight. So there's still a chance to enter to win if you haven't done so already. Also tonight.
How do they enter?
Oh, well, all you have to do is comment in the video on my channel about it, and you'll see it there. Tonight, we're going to talk to 51Drones, Russ, about the 336 repeal bill that apparently has been passed, and everybody's losing their ever-loving minds about it. So, yeah, that's going to hurt us, and it's going to also help us, in my opinion. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We're going to talk to Greg Coonert in a little bit about the Drone Around the World project that has made its first leg. The little drone has arrived in Australia. And Viggo Koch is on tonight, the race drone guy from Sweden. But first, ladies and gentlemen, they are the sponsor that keep the lights on, and we love them. It's so delicious. It is the Cadillac of processed meats. It's a pigeon jerky.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky,
All right.
pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
Pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. And now let's go ahead and
Stop the music. It's time for news.
in the newsroom right now with all the news about drones that you'd love to hear. Everything. It's Drone News.
Hello. So the FAA administration has given 9 companies permission to fly in controlled airspace, DJI being one of them, such as airports and low altitude, part of the LAANC initiative. Aerodyne,
Yeah.
Airbus, Aerox, Altitude Angel, Converge, Kitty Hawk, USA Sidekick, and Unifly all got permission. This doesn't give people the right to fly in airports whenever they feel like it.
Great, because I have
but-
a DJI drone. I'm going to go ahead and fly at the airport tomorrow because you just said.
Yeah, it doesn't give you that permission, but if you go through the Lance system, you can get immediate permission to be able to fly near those airports if you are a professional pilot.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is not for hobbyists.
The hobbyists are not having a good week.
No.
No.
Speaking of not having a good week, in the news, I have been working through trying to find decent news stories because everything is on the Indonesia earthquake. I kid you not, there must be 1 billion drones in Indonesia because I have been flooded with just constant videos of the devastation down there.
This is so sad. Look at this stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh. Wow. How many people are killed? What's
Well, it was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake, and the death toll right now is 1,350, but they're expecting that to rise.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty serious stuff. There are multiple videos from various places that got hit by this. So, feel free to dig through the news section or just Google it. You'll find tons of them.
Wow. Sad. Go ahead, Mr.
Okay,
Segway.
Yeah, I'm gonna try another segue.
Yeah, go ahead there.
Okay.
hold on.
Ken-
Okay.
Got it? Okay. Yeah, I gotta have that moment of silence. Um, so Ken's shared with us the wonderful silver Phantom that has been traipsing around the news for the last year, I believe.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
And DJI has been asked multiple times about this drone, and the answer that they always give is that it is a modified Phantom 4 Pro designed for enterprise clients to serve specific application needs.
Removable
it is a one-off
lens
drone.
system. One-off drone. Liars! They are trying to put the genie back in the bottle. They are trying to put the cat back into the bag. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we can confirm tonight that these are pictures of the new Phantom 5. And if it turns out that it's not true, you can blame Jeff.
No, you will not blame
Beautiful.
Jeff.
What a beautiful thing.
The link in the news section also provides a video of this particular drone that was taken, so it gives you a little bit more insight as to what it looks like. And yes, it looks like a Phantom 4 that's silver with a really fancy camera.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Man. I wouldn't care if it just looks like a Phantom 4, but it has all that other stuff. That's cool.
Well, if you notice, the motors look like they're weather sealed too.
Weather sealed? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There were rumors that it's going to be rain resistant, but I also heard rumors that the Phantom 5 is going to have retractable landing gear too, and that doesn't look like they retract. So
yeah, no.
So it might just be true what DJI is saying, and that could be a one-off. But apparently the rumor was that the Phantom 5 is going to come out in the fourth quarter. So if they're going to do something in time for Christmas, they better get on it.
Yeah, they better get on it because they're running out of time.
Yeah.
Speaking of running out of time, I'm going to tell you this next story is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I've been laughing my head off ever since I saw it. Two criminals decided that they were going to fly drugs into a Perth prison.
Stupid.
When they turned the camera on, the drone on, they didn't realize the camera comes on as well, and they ended up filming themselves preparing for the...
Look at this idiot.
Sorry.
Look at this. Oh, let me back it up. Look at this guy. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to put drugs in here. I'm going to wear socks on my hands so if there's no prints. That's what I'm going to do. All right, cool, man. Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, man, we're so slick. We're master criminals. We're going to get those drugs into the prison. Yeah. Socks on the hands. You could use gloves, but why? They're so expensive. Nobody can afford gloves, but everybody has socks. Stupid.
I'm sorry. Those guys were just priceless. I'm gonna keep that story for months. That was my personal favorite.
That makes me smile. You know,
Okay.
it's a good thing that, and Kelly, you can agree. We've done many stupid criminal stories. There's a reason why they call them stupid criminals, because for the most part, criminals are stupid.
You always said that the world would be in big trouble if criminals got smart.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, there are some smart criminals that have gotten away with it that we never hear about because, well, they're smart. But the majority of them are dumb. And thank goodness for that.
Mm-hmm.
Very entertaining.
Speaking of dumb, segue of the day. All right.
Yeah, you beat me to it. So a drone was recently, I guess, impeding a rescue mission that was going on, which made the news. I believe you have a video for this one.
Oh, yes. Okay. I thought we were going to do the number 5 one, which we talked about beforehand. But yeah, we can do this one too. Check it out.
Okay.
Currently in public.
This is why we have rehearsal.
The question of will a serious drone strike on an aircraft occur is no longer a matter of if, but when in the minds of many experts. While tests on bird strikes have been conducted for decades.
That's not it. That's not the one. That's not the one.
That's not it.
Nope. Doopity-doo, doop-boop-a-doo. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, dudes, while I find this.
Yeah. So, hey, Kelly,
Yes,
how
sir.
goes that Karma GoPro?
Oh man, that has got to be one of the drones on the market.
I
Okay, I got it now.
selling.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tonight confirms a drone interfered with the emergency rescue of a diver attacked by a shark.
The sheriff's department told us the medical response helicopter had to abort its landing because it could have collided with that drone. In emergencies like this, life hangs in the balance. Every minute of delay was a problem for that 13-year-old boy who was attacked by a shark Saturday off the Encinitas coast. That rescue operation was complicated by a drone that flew around the landing area for the medical response helicopter. A sheriff's deputies spotted that drone operator and ordered him to land that drone immediately. Law enforcement is also concerned about threats to national security and public safety posed by renegade drones. Lawmakers worry that terrorists could use drones to attack buildings and airports. They say the Homeland Security and Justice Department agents should have authority to immediately disable or destroy renegade drones. Local law enforcement also wants to use anti-drone technology that can force a drone to return to its operator.
By the way, Renegade Drones, great name for an 80s ska band. Right? Yeah. Very quickly, I don't want it to go too far by, but we got a couple super chats. One from Kenneth Duke, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Me, you're late. Yes, I was late. We had a little glitch in the beginning, but YouTube should stitch that together for us. And just now, Jim Crinan, I'll start it off. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much. $5 super chat. And if you would like to send in your super chats for, say, some eyeballs available in vanilla and or chocolate, and also I have a few of these pigeon jerky stickers left. $10 super chat. Please email me and let me know what is for and your address and everything. Sometimes people pay through the PayPal thing at heronaerialphotography.com, and then they don't put a note in there, and I don't know, and I think, well, they're just being nice, they're giving me money, all right. But then they're like, a couple weeks later, like, where's my stickers? And I'm like, okay, well, you didn't say it. So please remind me, and you can email me here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Now we have one more story, and it has to do with the face.
No, not the face.
The face.
Oh, not the face.
Tell us about the face.
This poor family got together for a reunion and decided to use a drone to capture the large group. Unfortunately, the guy that was flying the drone went back for a wide shot and decided to come back in for something tighter, and I think he overdid it.
Yeah, we bit. All right, I'm just gonna back the drone up here, get everybody in the shot. It's nice, good. Everybody hold still. Coming in, a little tight action here on Susie. Susie! Oh, Susie!
Oh my God.
So she wasn't hurt?
No, she was not injured.
Everybody's laughing.
Luckily by this.
Susie needs rhinoplasty. Susie.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, it's just another one of those great YouTube moments, I guess.
She's
400
got to the bone.
400 AGL. Thanks for the eyes and the shirt, Ken. I picked them up the other day. You bet, Mel. People are just. I'm not very good with foreign names. Yasmani Lara, $5 super chat. And I apologize for messing up your name there. Jeff, why don't you update us very quickly, as we got many people standing by. Tell us a little bit about your drone restoration project.
Well, the Phantom 4 is at a halt at the moment because we recently discovered that the vertical arm and cover that I got is for a Phantom 4, not for a Phantom 4 Pro. So we're currently working with the people that provide that part to see if they can give us the correct component. If not, then I'm going to have to go source a new one. So we'll wait to hear back on that.
So they're claiming
Once
that
that's done,
they're claiming that it's the right part, and you say it's the wrong part.
yes, they're claiming that it's the correct part according to their specific measurements.
Well, perhaps you and this company should part ways.
Probably. So hopefully it'll either turn out to be the correct part. Yeah, there he goes.
Ken, come back. Come back, Ken. Come back.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jeff, thank you very much for all of your hard work this week on the Drone Wiki News page. There's going to be some changes coming up, perhaps. Do we want to talk about that at all, or no?
Well, we're talking about changing the format a little bit so that the news will not only flow into the wiki, but it'll also flow into Dronebook as well.
And there's a link in the description if you want to join Dronebook. It's like Facebook, but for drone people. We're a lot cooler than Facebook. Sure, we're not worth $1 bazillion, but it's still cool.
Still cool.
Jeff, thank you so much for all of your wonderful news and your fantastically slick transitions. We love you. I mean it. And I'm not just saying that.
You're just saying that.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Oh, your timing. All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Love that guy. Okay, great. All right, now it's just us. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
You really love that guy?
nah, not really. No, I do. He works so hard. I like poking fun at him, but he works very hard on all of this stuff. I wouldn't be able to do it without him and without all of the people that help put on the show. And I do want to take just a moment, and I know this may sound a little bit sappy, but when things go wrong like it did in the beginning of this, I'm tearing my fantastic hair out, and it's very frustrating. But I really do enjoy doing this. And this is the 62nd show, 62 shows in a row without fail, even when I was in the hospital. So thank you, everybody, for making that possible.
You never missed a week, even when you're in the hospital for a few weeks.
No, not even when I went to visit my dad. Even when I was in the hospital, I propped myself up. It hurt, but I did the show. It was the shortest show in history. But
you got to say hi to some of these super chat folks.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking here. Drone Bump, thank you. $5 super chat. I'm gonna need Mavic 2 Zoom eyes soon. Oh yeah, that's right. Joining the Mavic 2 Zoom bandwagon. Okay, you went with the Zoom. And also Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy vlogger. Just glad to be here at my age. And Squirrel Stew is great, Ken. Loved the video. Yes, in one of my videos, I had a dead squirrel in the end. And just to assure everyone, that squirrel died of old age, and it had a proper burial. I did.
Like
I buried it.
most
We had a ceremony, and it was a very nice ceremony. Robert Casto, oh my goodness, most entertaining and informative channel to date. Thanks, Ken and crew. Most informative channel? Don't tell him about Wikipedia.
$49.99. I'll kick in another penny just to make it an even 50.
I think that YouTube takes a penny just for their own pocket or whatever. They take a percentage. Thank you so much. It's guys like you that keep this thing going. Now, Kelly, while I have you here, I do want to share something with everyone.
Oh. You're getting married.
Oh, good Lord, no. You have to have a girlfriend first for that.
You found a girlfriend.
No. I really need to. But I don't have time. I just don't have time. Here's what I need. I need a girl who is my age but doesn't look her age. Doesn't have any kids. What? Why'd you put your arms up? Why'd you put your arms up when I said no kids?
Well, she's 50.
I don't hate children. It's just I have no time for them now. I have niece and nephew, and they're annoying, and I see them once a year.
Well, can she have a child that's, say, 22 and out of the house?
No.
Okay.
I have very high standards.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's why I'm alone. That's why I have a dog. Anyway.
Right.
I wanted to talk about your GoPro Karma.
Oh.
So how's that thing going? Yeah, and for people who have just joined us and have never seen the stream before, Kelly is a real estate photographer, and he uses the GoPro Karma.
I hate to waste any time on your awesome drone show talking about the GoPro Karma because it's such an antiquated drone.
Uh-huh.
But I did get some news this week from the owner of our real estate company. She said if I could sell my Karma for $400, she would get me the Mavic 2 Pro.
Okay. Well, we have a few people watching, Is there anybody that wants to buy a GoPro Karma?
All I need is one sucker. One buyer. What did I
Sucker!
say?
Come on,
one
sucker!
buyer.
Come on in here, suckers! $400?
You know what? Real quick, I work in Paris, Tennessee, and we've got an Eiffel Tower replica here. You've droned it before. I think it's about 70 feet in the air.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine came over from Nashville. He's got the Mavic 2 Pro, and he had just gotten it. He was just trying it out and flying it, I think, for the second time. I said, let's fly it under this Eiffel Tower and then pull way back, and get a cool shot.
Yeah.
He said, okay, you go first with the Karma. I said, okay, that's cool. So I got it under the Eiffel Tower, and because of all the metal, I got a compass error. It goes haywire, and I had to land immediately, manually, and it was just an absolute mess. He parks the Mavic 2 Pro under the Eiffel Tower to prepare to get his shot, and that thing is as steady as a rock. It blew my mind.
It is fantastic. The Mavic 2 is so steady. Gotta love that OcuSync.
Yeah, so that's the next step for me. One buyer is all I need.
Now, you know, does it come? It comes with the camera. GoPro.
Hero 5.
Hero 5. Okay, so that's a great package. Now, if you are not sold yet, let me show you a video that might help push it over the edge here. This is a video that you put together that you created using the GoPro Karma. All right.
Yeah.
No explanation needed. Let's just go ahead and watch this. Okay? So here you go. This is GoPro Karma. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Kelly
is
Green,
awesome.
GoPro Karma. Oh, you.
It looks good in there, Heron. We're coming forward with the side stick. Oh, looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Neighbor 3. Get your pitch to 0. Pitch is out. I can't hold altitude. Correction. Alpha hold is off. Trip selected emergency. Flight calm. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Was that the Bionic Man?
No, that was actual footage. That was not the $6 Million Man audio.
Why did he run in slow motion? Because
He was running so fast, you wouldn't have seen him in normal speed.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in Russ from 51Drones. And if you want to buy the GoPro Karma, which you definitely want to do, contact Kelly, and you can email me.
I'll give you a 30-minute warranty on it.
All right. I'm going to bring in Russ from 51Drones, and we're going to talk about all the big news. The big news of the day.
I love the big news.
Oh, man. Now, you have your Part 107, do you? Kelly?
Yeah.
You got that? All right. You have to do that.
You just retook yours. You just
did.
aced your tests to renew it, right?
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Russ! 51Drones. How you doing, man? Thank you for taking the time to join us. Tell us a little bit about, before we get into the whole thing, tell us a little bit about your channel and what people can expect. There's a link in the description. I encourage everyone to please go ahead and subscribe because he's got some great stuff on there.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just kind of started getting into drones January of 2017. So it's been about a year and a half, I guess. And really, the reason that I started a YouTube channel is I wanted to have like a diary just to kind of keep track of my progress as I learned how to use a drone. And people started subscribing to it. And I thought, well, maybe I got something going here. And just started making more videos. And people really responded to like the tutorials from a beginner's perspective. And so that's kind of what my channel still focuses on, even though, I've been doing it for, almost 2 years now. I still consider myself a beginner. So I think people, feel that a connection with me because they're just starting to learn how to fly these things. And so I kind of approach my content in that way, and try to show people what it's like to do some of these things for the first time. So
good. So they can learn along with you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
And, and I learned some of the things the hard way. So I think a lot of people do as well. So
yeah, well, that's what we have to do sometimes. You got to sink before you can swim. And
that's right. Yeah.
Lately you've been getting a lot of attention on your channel because you've been talking about some of the legislation that's happening, the repeal of Section 336. Now, that has happened.
That has happened. Yeah, the Senate did vote to pass the FAA reauthorization bill of 2018 yesterday, and so there's a lot of changes coming, in particular for hobbyists. And yeah, it's amazing what one video can do. One thing that I did learn in the last week is there's definitely a lot of passion in this hobby, and which is good. I mean, people are really, really into their drones, and people do not like getting their hobby stepped on, so to speak. So I've met a lot of people. I've had some challenging comments because it is, it's a very polarizing topic, and so it's been kind of fun actually to go through the comments. But tell me about the changes. What is this going to mean for people who haven't even heard about what's going on? Section 336 is for the hobbyists, right? And so that's actually one small portion of this gigantic bill. And as I said in my video, it's 1,200 pages, and it reauthorizes everything for the FAA. So basically, it had to pass. I mean, they really didn't have a choice because the FAA needs to be funded. And so, I don't know how much was actually read about the drones from our Senate, but yeah, 336 was repealed, and basically that was what governed how hobbyists should fly. I mean, the regulations for hobbyists. And so that has gone away. They introduced Section 349 now, which is very similar. And there's still some things that need to be decided, but as far as the rules, they're really not much different, except for the not being able to fly above 400 AGL. And previously, hobbyists could, in Class G airspace, fly above 400 AGL. Now, nobody can fly above 400 AGL.
If you remember before, there was a period of time where you didn't have to register your drone because of 336. And because of the repeal, this means that the FAA does have the right to regulate model aircraft, including recreational drones. And Section 349 has a bunch of rules that is going to affect hobbyists. Like you just said, aircraft must be flown strictly for recreation. You can't earn money with it unless you have Part 107. And there's going to be a community-based organization safety guideline. There's going to be a test that you have to take, and that's going to be developed within 6 months. Is that right?
Yeah, they have 180 days to develop the aeronautical knowledge test, and to be honest, it's not a bad idea to have that because of the influx of so many new pilots, and there's a lot of controversy about that, but as I was reading some things from other people, there probably isn't going to be a fee. It's probably going to be a relatively easy test. I don't know if, like, when you download the DJI Go 4 app, that gives you some questions about some general basic rules. I think it's going to be a lot like that. I think it's going to be a relatively easy to pass test, and whether there's going to be a fee or not, I don't know. It's the government, so who knows? But
yeah.
They're going to have to pay for it.
Right. And I know you're trying to be very diplomatic, as am I, because we have hobbyists and professionals watching, but I have to say that there's nothing wrong with more information, more knowledge.
Right. Education is huge. And that's one of the good things about this bill being passed, is that it really does ask for the FAA to find ways to educate as many people as possible, because when it comes down to it, safety is a major issue in our skies. And so, yes, there's a lot of questionable things in here, like the counter UAS pilot studies. They granted them, I guess, permission to study different countermeasures for hazard mitigation, and so to study how to take down basically drones or disable drones that are flying in restricted airspace or TFRs, temporary flight restrictions. Like if a let's say a VIP is in the area and someone's flying their drone, the FAA wants to shut down that drone. And
do you have a problem with that? Because I don't.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
If you're flying over the presidential limo, then
right.
Sorry, yeah. You're not supposed to do that, and you deserve to have your drone exploded or whatever they're going to do.
It's too bad that common sense has to be regulated, but in this case, it really does. So
how do you feel about the tracking of drones in the skies? Because that's a big thing that's being developed right now.
Well, remote detection is it's already there. The technology is there. It's really not turned on yet. But I'm kind of on the fence about that. I've kind of two thoughts about it. Number one, yes, for those situations where you're flying in restricted areas, they should be able to track you. But if you're just a Joe Schmo flying out above your farm, checking out your cows or whatever, they have no business tracking you, and they're probably not going to. I mean, realistically, the FAA doesn't have the manpower nor the desire to make sure that Farmer John is following the drone rules and staying under 400 AGL. But
I agree. I absolutely agree. I thought, and that's where people who I hate the government, get out of my business. There's people that are I apologize for the accent. Kelly's laughing because we personally know people like that. But there's people that are going to be thinking that the government's going to be spying on them and all that. But really, unless like you said, they don't have the manpower. They don't have the wherewithal to even want to do that unless you're causing trouble.
Right. They're just going to be looking for those people in those restricted areas, and they're going to start tracking those. They're not going to flip a switch and see where everybody is flying a drone. But at the same time, having that technology just makes you wary of what are they watching. You're always going to wonder, can I put my drone here? Can I fly here? Are they going to be watching me? So that's why, there's so much confusion and there's so much uncertainty. That's why people are getting so fired up about it. And yeah, my comments on that video are definitely, there's a lot of people that didn't have a lot of nice things to say.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, there really in this day and age, there really isn't an expectation of privacy anyway, because in your day-to-day existence, you're on video. You're being surveilled. You're being listened to on your phone. You're being tracked by Google or whoever. I mean, it's just the way things are right now, and that will include the latest craze, which is drones.
One thing I did find, I kind of been reading through this bill more because my there's so much in there, but section 376 talks about unmanned traffic management, and basically that's basically how the FAA will govern the highways of the sky. And so this is going to determine how commercial drone use, deliveries and whatever is being used. But right after that is section 377, which basically makes 376 meaningless, because if a vendor tells the FAA and shows them that they can fly safely, then they can supersede those 376 rules. So even before any rules are made, Jeff Bezos can call the FAA and said, yeah, we're ready to deliver. We can do everything safely. And the FAA can say, okay, go ahead. And so the 377 gives the FAA permission to let anybody do their commercial business even before the rules are made. And so it's kind of interesting.
Business and large business will dictate legislation.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So if you want your pigeon jerky delivered by Amazon, it's probably coming soon.
Yeah, of course, every bit of legislation in this arena will benefit large businesses that want to deliver a pizza in the sky or bring you your tube socks, in 10 minutes or less. But just once again, as far as hobbyists are concerned who are upset, I absolutely understand. They've been doing things the same way for years and years, responsibly. Right. So, they're saying, well, we haven't caused any trouble. Why are we getting slapped on the wrist in this way? Again, I wouldn't look at it that way. I would just look at it as progress marches on. And if children and people who are inexperienced at flying a drone, especially toy drones, some of these toy drones, and I'm talking the ones without GPS, they can get up pretty high and far away, And if you're a kid that has a new drone that didn't do all the research and doesn't know about all the rules, the FAA has told me personally, ignorance will no longer be an excuse.
Yep, that's right.
They're not going to put 12-year-olds in jail, but certainly, I liken it like this: if you're a kid and you have a remote control car, you're not driving it on the interstate, because that is not accessible to most people unless you have an interstate in your backyard, or you're just an idiot and you're a kid, you want to drive it on. That's crazy. If you want to drive on the interstate, you're going to need a real vehicle and you're going to need a driver's license. Same thing with the roads in the sky, I believe.
Right.
And and the way things are going right now, it's going to become more and more crowded, and there's going to be more restrictive legislation if people keep doing dumb things like landing on the White House lawn and whatnot.
Yeah. And a lot of the things, provisions in this bill are yet to be decided. And so basically the bill gives the FAA permission to do these pilot studies, to do these tests, and to let other companies do these tests and then report back to them. And then so it's going to be, the rules are kind of yet to be developed, and it's probably going to be a moving target, because as the industry changes and as there's more commercial flights and as more and more hobbyists, the rules are going to progress with that as well. And so, this was a big jump from where we were to now. And I think now with it's a 5-year bill, it's a 5-year law. And so the reauthorization is for the next 5 years. And so they won't have any changes really from our legislature for 5 years. So any changes that come about are going to be done by the FAA. And so we, before we kind of, get all freaked out and jump on their backs, let's just wait and see. I mean, don't get all up in an uproar until we see what the final product is going to be when it comes to legislation or to laws for hobbyists. So right. I think bottom line, the takeaway is there isn't going to be that much changing for hobbyists. The restrictions are going to be a little bit more when it comes to flying in, say, like communities, like in town, closer to airports, in which you probably shouldn't be flying that close to an airport anyway. I think right. one of the sections says, I didn't know this, but it wasn't a crime before to fly near an airport. Now it's a crime to fly near a manned aircraft or near a runway.
Is it a misdemeanor or a felony?
It doesn't say that. It just says it's a crime now. So I guess they had to make that law because it wasn't a crime before. So
yeah. Well, you're gonna be keeping up with this stuff on your channel, right?
I will. Yeah. As things come out, I definitely will keep up to date, because people are pretty passionate about it, and it's fun to get the input. I shouldn't say the comments are all bad. The majority of them are pretty good, but one mistake that I made was I asked people please not use vulgar language, and so I filtered all the vulgar language. Boy, oh boy, people really like to swear, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, they'll put dashes, and they'll think of creative ways to get around that.
Well, they use substitutions. Yeah. One guy called me I don't know what this is, but a fudge badger. So.
A fudge badger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the honey badger.
But it's a fudge badger.
Because the honey badger don't care. The fudge badger cares a little bit. Well, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. We got so many other people. We got a guy in Sweden waiting to hop on with us. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Russ from 51Drones. If you have time and you are interested in this topic and all of his other things, please subscribe to his channel. And thanks again for being on, sir.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So, Kelly.
Man, he knew his stuff.
Didn't he? I mean, and all those questions you had, and that really, that really helped us out.
It was kind of like when we used to do the radio show.
Yeah.
And I would kind of carry the interview, and you would jump in with something out of left field.
Yeah.
I did have one question, but I know you didn't have time for it.
What is it?
Where do I get one of those cool 51 drone hats, like he had, baseball caps that he was wearing?
Oh, I'm sure you can find one on his channel there.
Okay.
And he's got a website. Really cool. He's got a website
That's a
too.
Cool hat. Okay.
Let me go by. We're gonna call Viggo Koch, and I think it's like 20 till 3 a.m. where he is. So
Yikes.
we're gonna call you here in a second. I do want to go back through the comments here and see if anybody did super chat. Yasmani did another one.
Wow.
Man, I can't scroll back that far. If
Where
I
is
missed you,
Viggo?
I apologize.
Where's
Oh.
Viggo located?
The Drone Trucker, aerial photography. Thank you so much. $10 super chat for the drone around the world. How much airspace does State National Park own? Keep up the good work. I don't know the answer to that question. I do know that in the United States, if you can fly in a state park. You can't launch or land from a state park, but you can launch from just outside the park and fly in. But
I did that just last week.
try telling that to a park ranger. You know, park rangers, they don't like new information. They just don't. Did you do that? Did you do it?
I flew at Paris Landing State Park here in Tennessee, but did not launch in the state park.
And nobody gave you any trouble?
Nah, no, not at all.
Good.
And I also tried to get some aerial footage of the courthouse in Paris, Tennessee, but I tried to get approval and they shot it down.
Oh, okay. Well, the Drone Trucker, thank you very much for that super chat. Speaking of which, he sent a picture. This is from the Drone Trucker.
Nice.
That's a nice picture.
Where is that?
That is a good question, and I can answer that question right now. That is Sydney, Ohio, and that was shot with the Phantom 4 Pro. So thank you, sir.
Beautiful.
Very much. All right. So should we call Viggo?
Let's call Viggo. Is it long distance, and are you paying for it?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
All right. So let me go ahead and Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why was the candle taking singing lessons?
Why?
He wanted to join the candle opera.
Hey!
Oh, like candelabra.
You can't do that on the internet.
I can't?
No.
Have you seen the internet? You can do a lot on the internet.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show there. Let's see if we got him. We got the Viggo.
You accidentally called the guy from Star Trek.
Oh, there he is.
I'm watching through my FPV feed now.
Welcome, sir. All right.
Thanks.
So
Just
you tell
this
everybody
aside.
what part of the world you're in.
Sweden.
Sweden. And
that's good.
English is not your first language, so I thank you very much for speaking English for us. You're awesome.
That's fine.
And what time is it there?
2:45.
Woo-hoo! And how old are you?
20.
20. You know, you can blend your days. You can go 3 days with no sleep when you're 20. Right? Remember those days,
exactly.
Kelly? Remember that?
Nope.
Good times. So there's a link in the description if you want to subscribe to Viggo or his brother's channel. How is Noah doing? It's you guys have some great stuff.
Well, he mostly focuses on racing now.
Right.
So we don't put up so much like cinematic.
Yeah, but you're doing
videos.
cinematic stuff with race drones. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Live. Yeah, this is what it looks like.
Okay, here's his rig right here.
This is completely bare bones.
And
Just
are
a GoPro on top.
Are you using image stabilization in the software in the camera?
This is the GoPro 6, so I'm not doing that. But I use warp stabilizer in Premiere sometimes.
Okay.
If it's needed.
Very good.
If I get like shakiness from the wind.
Yeah, usually it's not needed because you're such a great pilot. I have some video here that I'm going to go ahead and share. This is a recent posting of yours. This is the kind of stuff.
It's not.
It's not.
No, that's the wrong video.
That's the wrong video. Oh yeah, no, here it is. This is the one I wanted to show. There we go.
Yeah.
Now this is the one that I've watched probably 100 times because of this. Just the way he's moving around and following these guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so fun. You know, you can't do that with a DJI.
You can't. No, the movements are too quick for the gimbal, for a mechanical gimbal.
Yeah, and the latency in the video feed. I tried following Noah on an electric longboard, and I flew into him with a Mavic because I was not used to the latency in the video.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, let me try to play another video without playing the wrong one. Okay, this is one called Smooth Sailing. This is the one I meant to play. Now, is this the drone you just showed us?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But this sailing part is filmed the session 5.
Okay.
And that location was with a Hero 6. So I totally messed up the frame rates. The sailing is filmed in 48 frames per second, and this is in 30. So if you look closely, you can see some sharpness in the sailing. But I think you only see it if you think about it.
Yeah, this is a really unique way of filming cinematically. I mean, not a lot of people are doing this or can even do it. Yeah.
It's a bit
How many drones did you have to crash to get this good at what you're doing now?
Oh, many.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've been flying for 3 years, like freestyle and racing. Was what brought me into the hobby, but then I kind of got my interest for the cinematic kind of flying the last year. So yeah, I haven't lost a drone like up in the mountains or anything, but many crashes. Yeah.
And you recently did a video for Alan Walker, a song called the Dark Side. How did that come about? How did you get approached for that? You and your brother featured heavily in this. I'm going to show a little bit of the video because I can't play the audio from it, but tell us a little bit about how this came to be.
Yeah, so I think Alan Walker is half Norwegian, and they used a Norwegian production company to make the video, and they wanted drones in the video, so they contacted the biggest like the biggest hobby store in Scandinavia, which also happens to be my sponsor. So yeah, they hooked us up.
And so you're did they tell you what shots to do, or did you just get free reign and they just took whatever you gave them?
No, they kind of told us how to fly, but we also came with some suggestions. But mostly, it was mostly like what they said we should do.
Okay. And did you let any of the artists fly your drones? Did they want to?
What? No.
No?
No, only we flew them.
Yeah, I guess that would be like you playing their instruments. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You see those canopies they put on them?
Yeah, let me put that back. Yeah.
They flew like crap with them, so it was really hard, especially when you flew fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so bad aerodynamics.
It looks like a fun place to fly in there.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And were you allowed to use some of the footage yourself on your YouTube, or did they say, nah, that's ours, we own it?
I didn't film anything, I was just flying. But Noah, he had 2 GoPros on his drone, one pointing forward and one backward.
Okay.
But I don't think he got access to his footage. I don't think so.
That doesn't seem fair, does it? But now, does it? I was thinking about doing that same thing. I'm not really into the race drone. I'm trying to get into the race drone. But as far as the physicality of putting that much weight on a race drone, does it then become top heavy, or do you put one on the top or one on the bottom?
GoPros?
Yeah, the GoPros.
Yeah, usually we just have one on the top, and it's fine. But you can put one on the bottom too, and have 2 GoPros. The weight is not such a big deal.
Okay. Is that what you do? You put one on the top and one on the bottom?
I almost always have one on the top, but I have tried to have one on the bottom, and it works fine.
Very good. Okay. Well, what's coming up on your channel that people will be interested in?
Quite a lot, actually. Probably some rally or rallycross.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And maybe some STCC, Swedish Touring Car Championship. And that's maybe.
So you have to get. There's probably a lot of red tape for that kind of thing, right? I mean, and
red tape.
Well, it's okay. A lot. You have to get a lot of special permission in order to do that.
Yeah. Well, if I were to film a real STCC race, then I think that would be quite a complicated process. But I maybe have the possibility to just film one car and just one guy, so on a closed track. So then I think it's fine.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the guy is the owner of the track, so that makes it easier.
Very good. So what I'd like to do each week is get our guests to let me know if they would ride it or not. There's a lot of manned drones. They're not drones if you're manning them, but there's a lot of manned quads out there that people are building. And the one for Would You Ride It this week is called the Star 8 Flying Car. So tell me, would you ride this?
If it had a better roll cage.
It had a better roll cage, yeah.
Yeah. Some more head protection. Then I do it.
Oh man, it just looks fun. I hope one day that they will perfect something like this, and that I'm not too old to fly in one. Yeah. Kelly, would you ride it?
Instead of motorbikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Viggo. It needs more safety measures before that thing could flip and I'm landing on my head.
That looks like a pretty safe one.
Does it?
I don't know. Looks fun. But it looks like it'd be a backbreaker too. All right,
it's
now
more for a 20-year-old than a 50-year-old.
Yeah. By the way, I just got a notice that the freaking audio is messed up when I go full screen. So, yep, of course, there it is. Now I fixed it. Say something, Viggo.
What?
There you go. Just in time for us to say goodbye, unfortunately.
Hey, can I ask Viggo a question?
Of course.
What's the price comparison between a race drone and something like a Phantom 4 Pro?
The drone itself is really cheap when you compare them. It's like, like all this.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like it, it's...
No, it's really bare bones.
Yeah.
But you assemble it yourself.
Mostly. Yeah, you put it together yourself. These guys, like Viggo, they build from scratch. You get like just the frame, and then they put the ESCs on it, everything, motors, everything.
Oh wow!
The price for the drone itself, it's maybe like $500 or less. But a full package with like the remote, the radio, and goggles, and chargers, and batteries, and all that, maybe like $1,500.
Oh, would you like to buy a GoPro Karma for
Say
$400?
No. Say no, Viggo.
I saw the crash.
Yeah. Would you like to mention your sponsors for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mentioned Elephant, who hooked us up with the Alan Walker thing. It's the biggest like hobby store in Scandinavia, and also the second sponsor is Carbix. It's a frame manufacturer. They work with carbon fiber and stuff like that.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for being on with us. And so I guess, are you gonna go to bed now, or are you just gonna stay up because you're 20?
No, it's not an all-nighter. I'm going to bed now.
I'm 20. I'm gonna stay up all night. Awesome. All right, man.
He doesn't understand that accent.
No, he doesn't. No, but thank you for being on. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
Say hi to your brother for me.
Yeah, I will.
All right. See you, buddy.
All
right.
See you.
All right. And Jingle Singers.
Now it's time for the next thing that's gonna happen. And here it is.
All right. Now, going to call Greg Kunert here in just a second. I apologize to everybody for the audio. I'm going to watch this back later and just want to punch myself in the jugular.
That's technically my fault. I should have been checking the chat, but I was too into what Viggo was saying.
Yeah, you're really not helping a lot. Probably
I
not
told
gonna
you
have
I serve no purpose on the show.
Probably not going to have you back on. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Love you, man. You know I love you. Come on, man. Come on. Now.
Oh, by the way,
Yep.
real quick, I wanted to mention this. Kay Cadby on the chat said that the GoPro Karma has an out-of-sight warranty. As soon as it's out of sight, the warranty ends. There you go. I thought that was funny, so I'd get it on.
That is funny.
Yes.
But would you like to go ahead and see who wins this fantastic prize worth $500?
Nice. What is that?
This is the Drone Max A40 portable charger.
That's what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and see who wins this thing. I'm gonna try to do this live. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna show everybody my my desktop. Oh, look, there's the desktop. That's what I'm working with. And now you're seeing the random comment picker 5000. Are you not? Is that what you're seeing?
That is the 5,000.
Okay,
yes.
good. Yeah, you can help me out anytime you want there, Kelly. All right,
No,
so
I'm
we're seeing the thing, right? Because I can't see. Okay, good. All right, so I've got the URL in there. If you commented on that video, you now have a chance. So, all entries in. Let's go and start this thing. We're gonna filter out the duplicate users.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty dramatic.
Fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the amount of unique commenters is 1,128. So if you entered, you have a 1 in 1,128 chance.
You're a math whiz.
Yeah. And now, let's go over and see who wins. And the winner is... The winner is... JS4653. Hey, congratulations. JS4653, you just won the thingamahoozer what's-its. Congrats. Here it is, the Drone Max. And if anybody watching didn't win, which is most of you, I apologize. But you're
1,119 of you.
Yeah. But your chance to win a Mavic 2 prize pack that includes landing gear extensions, extra propellers, and a lighting system for the Mavic 2, and that is from hobbyinrc.com.
Wow.
Shall we do that now, or should we wait?
Do it now.
All right.
Hey, we're giving away more junk.
All right. Now it's your chance to win the aforementioned stuff from hobbyinrc.com. It's good stuff, and I thank them very much. So, the first person to correctly answer this question in the chitty chat will win. And Kelly is going to keep an eye on that and help me out, isn't he?
Is this the price question?
Yes.
That I didn't write down
that
the price for?
you already went ahead and blew it. You already blew it.
I didn't give away the answer.
No, but you gave away the question, gave people a head start.
Oh, that's all right.
Thanks, pal. All right, here's what you're going to do. The question is,
I don't know the answer.
what is the price for the Fast Fold landing pad on hobbyinrc.com? That's this thing right here. This thing. What is the exact price listed in US dollars for the Fast Fold landing pad on hobbyinrc.com?
Wow. It's even got H for Heron on it.
Yes, I had them change it from H for helipad to H for Heron. That's what it stands for. And they had, boy, all the reprinting that they had to do.
Oh, you got some pull.
Man. I tell you what.
I hope you're looking at the chat because I sure don't know the price.
I am.
It's moving fast.
It really is. I don't think anybody's gotten it yet. Oh, somebody got real close. This is exciting.
Some people are overshooting the runway a little bit. It's not $100.
And me isn't going to cut it. Looking for the exact price. And so, no winner yet, as Kelly tells a joke.
Wait for it. Wait. Oh, I got no jokes. Alexa, tell a joke.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
Where does baby corn come from?
Where?
If there's only popcorn.
What? We got to give her another chance. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What did the owl say to his therapist?
What?
Who am I?
You know, here, I'm hoping that it doesn't give different prices for different locations.
Oh.
Wouldn't that suck? I think we got a winner somewhere in there.
I guarantee you there's one in there
You guys
somewhere.
can stop. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to just stop. Just stop.
Stop right now.
Stop it.
Have you hired an assistant yet?
No, but I can.
What are you waiting on?
I'm waiting on a co-host that can help me.
You picked the wrong one tonight.
All right. So I'm gonna go back and I will look at all these prices and see who's closest without going over. And remember,
the decision of the judge is final, unless we change our mind.
Okay, let's go ahead and. You know what? I'm gonna play something. I know Greg is standing by. I'm gonna play something. I haven't played any videos because we had so many guests.
Man, this has been just hot and heavy tonight.
It has been. Somebody sent me drone video of a salmon run. You wanna see that?
I would love to see a salmon run.
With the salmon swimming upstream to
How do
mate.
they run when they don't have legs?
Oh no, they're not running. They're swimming upstream. This is from Steve Benton. Says, "Hey Ken, enjoy your channel. Here's a video I put together last week. It's the Fishtown Salmon Run in Leland, Michigan." Oh, I see. Yes, it's a salmon run. I get it now. No legs. Give them some time, man. They'll evolve. You know, they'll be like, "Hey man, this whole swimming upstream would be a lot easier with legs." Let's go ahead and we'll evolve some legs. We'll Darwin us some legs.
Look at those little things trying to get up there.
Man, they're so horny. I mean.
Oh, that one made it.
Look at the one, yeah. And then what? Then what do they do? They jump that 10 feet up there, or they just that's it?
No, there's like blades in there, and they just chop them up once they get up there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Then right into the can.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Steve Benton, for sending that in. And I think we got time for one more. Do you want to see a drone crash into a plane?
Nah.
Okay.
No, come back. Of course I do.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's see.
People are still trying to guess the price.
I know, just stop. There's somebody will win. Somebody will win. Larry Jones, congratulations. All right. There was researchers at the University of Dayton Research Institute recently partnered with Sinclair College National UAS Training and Certification Center to determine what could happen to a general aviation aircraft if it hit a recreational drone in mid-air. So this is Aviation International News YouTube channel, and this is what happened. It's pretty interesting. Check it out.
Hundreds of thousands of personal UAVs currently in public hands. The question of will a serious drone strike on an aircraft occur is no longer a matter of if, but when in the minds of many experts. While tests on bird strikes have been conducted for decades, What kind of damage a drone would cause was still virtually unknown until now.
Oh!
This test was to see what would happen if an entire drone struck the leading edge of an airplane wing.
So the drone we used for this type of testing is a DJI Phantom 2, and that's a very popular drone out for hobbyists.
It was loaded into the university's Impact Physics Lab's compressed air cannon, which would fire it at the wing of a Mooney M20 at a speed of 238 miles per hour, a speed that approximates the closing speed between the two aircraft.
The drone did not shatter apart. It completely penetrated and it was buried inside the wing. You can see a hole in the leading edge here. The main spar is dented. There's several fasteners that are pulled from the spar from the wing skin. There's some stringers that are bent. There's also some tubing inside that was also bent. So there was a substantial amount of damage to the wing.
That's like a drone bullet.
Wow. See, that's not what I expected that would happen. I would expect that the drone would just splatter like water and just not even damage the wing, but there you go.
Wow. I wish they had elaborated on what kind of damage that would do to the plane while it's flying, or what would it wreak havoc on the plane.
They will. If you want to know more, just go to Aviation International News channel on YouTube. And now let's go ahead and get our friend Mr. Kunert, because he's in Australia and he is standing by and he's got news. He's got news
you can use.
Yes. Here's where Kelly just sits and watches like it's a television program and not him actually on it.
I was going to get up and leave the show if that scientist had said, and as our test drone, we're using the GoPro Karma to fly into the plane.
May as well. It's all it's good for. A good impact. Oh, man. Every time you whip that thing out at a real estate site, do you feel a little bit of embarrassment?
I hide behind a tree while launching.
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Kunert. There he is.
Hey, Greg.
Hello.
Hey,
everyone.
So he's in the car on the correct side, but he's not driving. He's teaching his daughter how to drive.
But there's no steering wheel on the left side because it's on the right side of the car, not the left side.
You got to get that fixed.
Yeah, you got to get that fixed, man.
It's on the right side, not the wrong side.
So, Greg, you got something in the mail recently, didn't you?
And I brought it with me just for today.
Oh, careful. You're showing your address, man. Careful.
It's all right.
Oh, okay.
The address is, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So
I show it on my show every week.
Ah, okay. All right. So, yeah, so I sent the DJI Spark on its first leg of its journey around the world, for the Drone Around the World project. First stop, Australia, and then you're going to send it on to Young in Hong Kong. Is that right?
Absolutely. As soon as I find her address, but I'm sure I'll find it soon.
I'll get it to you. Should I just give it to you now?
Yeah, just share it in the
Okay,
channel,
all
no
right.
problem.
So where are you going to fly, man? What are you going to do for your part of the film?
I'm going to fly it this weekend, but like this Sunday is the only day for the next week that doesn't look like this.
Oh, it's nasty out there.
Yeah, it's very nasty, and it's a good day to go and take your daughter to teach her how to drive in the rain.
Yeah, man. Did you tell her about pulling up the handbrake? That's fun.
Yeah, we haven't done handbrake skiddies yet, no.
Okay. And here's something that people may not realize. In Australia, the rain falls up. Yeah.
Well, relative to you, yes.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Because he's on the other side.
Yeah, but
he's on the other side of the world.
But it all depends on your perspective in the world. Some people say we're at the top of the world.
Oh no! It's all falling apart. So I knocked over my sign. So yeah, Globe fans. Greg is here, right? That's where Sydney is, somewhere over there. Oh no, over here. Over there, right? Over there? Is that where you are? Somewhere over there?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, there it is, Sydney. You're right near Newcastle. And then I'm here. So let me just give the proper. Let's see.
So you got to remember, Ken. You got to remember, everything happens here before you because it's already tomorrow. So we must be at the top of the world, not you.
Okay, all right, Vegemite. By the way, just to let everybody know, and I know he's watching, Mr. I Spike, world famous I Spike, is going to be on next Thursday. Is that right? Yes, he's going to be on October 11th.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend. He's the true Aussie larrikin. He will just go on about anything, but you love him.
He's got a lot of energy. A lot of energy.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. he's going to wear me out, but looking forward to talking to him. And let's see now. Greg, did you want to direct anyone towards a certain project?
Look, I would love them to go to dronebook.org.
Okay, tell them all about it.
Dronebook, it's got such a great name. The person who came up with that name must be a total genius.
I don't know, baby. So, yes, Dronebook. Check it out. There's a link in the description. And, by the way, a portion of tonight's Super Chat will go to help the Drone Around the World's shipping costs to make that happen. And ultimately, we're going to be auctioning off the drone after everybody gets done playing with it and putting their videos together. We're going to be auctioning it off for Make-A-Wish International. So bravo to everybody involved.
In terms of when I fly it, it's going to be after my weekly show this weekend. So you never know. I might stream that live so if people want to have a look at that sometime after Oz by Drone this weekend.
All right, very good. Thanks for being on, and good luck getting the steering wheel on the proper side of the car.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Ken.
See you later, Greg.
Bye-bye.
Buh and to the bye. Let me see if I can seamlessly hang up on him. See ya. And he's gone, and there, and like that, and then back to us. Cool, man. All right. Yay. All right. So, man, I had so many other things. By the way, today is 10-4. Good buddy.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, if you're into the CB or ham radio, I know there's some ham radio operators watching. 10-4. Good buddy.
Play me a little bit of CW McCall Convoy.
Oh, that song.
That's a classic.
We got a great big convoy. Through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy. The one part of that song that really aggravates me.
What's that?
Where he says, we got something from the Illinois National Guard.
Does he say Illinois?
Yes, in the song he says Illinois National Guard.
Wow.
And for those not from this country, it's Illinois.
Is it ever?
Is it ever? So let me see. Oh, the viewer video of the week is fantastic. Not quite ready for that. I did want to mention I got some mail.
Email. We get email. We get your email every day. Here's your mail today.
Well, it's not email, but that's the only jingle I had for mail. So this is from Darren Fikar in Wilbur, Nebraska. I used to live in Nebraska.
And how?
Absolutely. You got it. Yeah, Nebraska, that's where I saw my very first tornado. Have you ever seen a tornado in person?
I've never told you my tornado story.
It'll change your life.
Oh, it scared me to death. Yes.
You have a story?
Yes.
Go on.
I was leaving the radio station. We were under tornado warnings, and I thought, okay, I can beat the tornado and make it home. So I get to the Court Square in Paris, Tennessee, and somebody runs out into the middle of the road and says, stop, stop, stop. I was like, what? I'm trying to get home. And he points. He points up into the sky, and sure enough, there's a tornado. And you see trees going, choo, 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 choo. And it's maybe, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards away from me.
Wow.
Less than that. So I pulled over, and everybody ran down into this church basement until it passed by.
I didn't get that close. Mine was less than half a mile away, but it was still like you could feel it. And I was at a radio station, and I saw a dumpster. It lifted a dumpster up and just tossed it.
Oh, wow.
This is when I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska. Home of the Huskers.
I never saw. I didn't even see the tornado. I was too focused on the road. Just go, get home.
So they saved your life.
The guy running out in the street may have saved my life because I would eventually have been heading right into the path of it.
Is there something you'd like to say to that guy?
Thanks, guy, whose name I don't know. Yeah, he saved my life.
That's awesome. Your story beats mine. Just a very quick thing. I wanted to thank this guy. He says, "Hey, Ken, just a few decals for you. Thanks for everything. Darren Fickar." And he made a bunch of Heron aerial stickers with my logo and buy on them.
Nice.
Isn't that cool? They're clear, and there's a lot of them. So what I'll do, if you ordered eyeballs, I'll include one of these in with your eyeball order while supplies last.
You have the best viewers. They're so nice.
They really are. They just send me cool things out of the blue. And if you'd like to send me something cool, you can send it here. Ken Heron, 215 Baker Road, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344.
That's also his home address. You can just stop by and deliver it as well.
Totally. And so thank you. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything or anybody. I wanted to show a few pictures. Hey, picture. I was living in Pittsburgh when Mr. Rogers passed away.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sad.
Did you ever meet him?
No, I would have loved to. You watched him.
Yeah.
You watched him growing up, right?
He's a legend, of course. I grew up with that guy.
Yeah. When you watch him later in life, it's kind of a head scratcher, isn't it? A little bit.
It is a little bit. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Bizarre.
That was successful.
Going on there.
But super nice guy. Okay. This is from Dennis. Dennis got one of the Cyclops eyeballs. Also have those available in vanilla and chocolate if you want to get one of those. This is from Mike Lawler. He sent a picture of his drone wearing eyeballs. And this is Peter Hughes. He sent me a picture proving that I sent him the eyeballs. First picture I've got of an envelope that I sent. But thank you, Peter. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And so if you follow me on Instagram, and don't you think you should, you found out that I'm going to be teaming up with the company that makes these things. Oh my gosh.
I was about to ask you if we could talk about this.
Heck yeah, man. This is an underwater drone. And it's made by a company named QC. QYSEA. And this is called the Fifish P3. And it's
it's not a toy. This isn't a $200 toy you'd buy at Toys R Us.
No, this is a real deal, man. This is a tethered underwater drone, and it shoots in 4K. It's amazing, and wow. I was lucky enough to get contacted by them recently, and they're gonna send me one of those, and I'm gonna fly it everywhere, from the lake to my toilet. It's gonna go everywhere there's water.
In 4K.
My toilet in 4K. Wow. What's that? Is that a coral reef? Good God, no, it's not. Oh, no, why? Claw out my eyes.
How soon will that be arriving at your doorstep?
I have no idea. No idea. But as soon as I get it, I will be playing with it.
I want to go out with you that day.
Okay. We'll do it. Hey, Kelly, would you like to see some huge Soviet antennas?
No, thanks.
All right.
Come back. Come back. Of course I would.
Okay. A guy named Yuri Zubkov said, "Good day, Ken. Should I do the hokey Russian accent?" No, that'd be offensive. Be offensive. My only Russian accent that I know is to imitate Yakov Smirnov.
How is that offensive to one guy when you've already offended 63,000 Southern people tonight with your redneck accent?
It's not offensive. It's an homage.
How come anytime you want to make fun of somebody, you don't use a northern accent?
Okay. Oh, gosh. All right. Says, good day, Ken. I really like your show. I heard you like big antennas. I do. I think this video will be interesting for you and your audience. Thank you. This is the Mavic Radio Center. And by the way, in Russia, antennas transmit you. That's a Yakov Smirnoff. Isn't that what he did all the time? He just flipped it around? Yeah. So this is some Cold War era stuff. And I encourage, if you have access to a drone and you live in Russia and you can get near some of these big Cold War installations, please send me more video of this stuff.
Yeah, to give him another chance to do his Yakov Smirnoff.
No, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just a dumb American. I apologize. But man, look at that stuff.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if they're still using it or what, but I know some birds probably perch on that thing. Yeah. Very interesting.
Wow.
Thank
By
you.
the way, backtracking real quick to the underwater drone.
Yeah.
Who would govern that? It wouldn't be the FAA, or would there be any? I guess anybody could use one anywhere.
That would be
Coast Guard.
No, it'd be Aquaman.
Okay, yeah. Forgot about Aquaman.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, and there's a hotline. There's an Aquaman hotline.
Yeah.
But you have to speak fish. Do you know how to speak fish?
I do not.
If you wanted to ask for permission to fly your underwater drone in, say, a certain area of the sea, you would call up the Aquaman hotline and say,
Come back.
I'm running over my own stuff. So, no, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, unless we have like an Area 51 somewhere underwater, I'm sure you could fly anywhere. It's Area 52.
Atlantis.
It's wet Area 51. All right. I had a couple more. One more video to share with you. And it's from Upper Deck Media. My buddy Ken from Upper Deck Media, he spends a lot of time putting these things together, and they're really well made. It's a little animation and a song parody as well. This and Dana is in it. This is me and Dana and the Jerky Singers singing 51Drones Road. Enjoy, my friends. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, you know how much I love to fly drones and how much I love to fly around bridges. Well, I tell you, while I'm asleep at night, I dream about flying around bridges. I had this one dream where I didn't fly around one, not two, not three. I flew around 7 bridges on one single battery. It was the most incredible flight I've ever had. So I came down to Jerky Studios and brought my band, the Herons, because I wrote a song about that amazing flight. Yep, it's a song I call the 7 Bridges Drone. Check it out.
Hey, you got Slash.
There's a drone in the southern sky, 5 miles or more from the nearest airport. There is my spotter getting drunk by the minivan.
Dana looks constipated.
I'm looking for my lighter.
Past the end of his bloodshot nose.
Yeah! Go, Slash! How'd he get Slash for this?
Now I've flown my drone around bridges in the past, but never around 7 in one go. I own, they just never seem to last. Till that 7 bridges drawn. Sometimes. Dana, are you okay? Sorry, guys. That note was so high, I made to spit up another toothpick ball. Yeah. I'll be all right. Come on, let's finish this thing. Now there's a drone in the southern sky, and if ever you try to fly a bunch of bridges in a row, you'll never go as long as the dream flight that I had with my 7 bridges drawn.
Yeah!
I will have nightmares about that creepy animated Ken for the rest of my life.
Was it creepy?
Oh, it was so creepy. And the look on Dana's face, there was something going on there.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been.
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Viewer video of the week time. Almost forgot.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is awesome. Were you going to say something about Dana? Because, you know,
no.
he can beat you up. Okay.
He can beat me up.
Yeah, he can. All right. The viewer video of the week is pretty awesome. It's a unique place. Bunch of windmills. And this was sent in by Grinders and Twisties. It's the viewer video of the week. Enjoy. Wow.
Oh, man.
Look at all those windmills.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Cool. That's probably one of those small town oddities that gets a million tourists that drive by it every year and takes the picture of it, you know?
Yeah, and it begs the question, how many windmills is too many windmills? I'd say 26, and he's just under the wire on that.
Good point.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thanks, everybody. A long show today, but I really appreciate you sticking around. Big thanks to Russ from 51Drones. Please go and check out his channel and subscribe if you haven't already. Greg Coonert, he wants you to check out Oz by Drone and Drone Book as well. Viggo, Koch, there's a link in the description if you want to see all of his cool cinematic racing drones. And Kelly Green, who is the president and CEO of the GoPro Karma Fan Club. And incidentally, the only member. Did we sell it yet? Did we sell the...
Somebody said put it on Craigslist. Somebody in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I need to see what they're going for on eBay. I could find a sucker around here somewhere.
Do you really want to put that? Because there's people that don't know that that it's a lousy drone.
Yes, that's what I need. Somebody who doesn't know that it's a lousy drone.
Would you, are you one of these guys that would sell their used car with a bad transmission by putting sawdust in there or whatever they used to do, just so it would drive long enough to get it down the street?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you would. You know what?
Gotta get rid of it.
I am being kindly reminded by people in the chat that I forgot something.
What'd you forget? My 20-minute segment?
And you know, I seem to forget it every week, but please enjoy Razzmatazz. Let the warm embrace of Razzmatazz envelop you. Think about nothing else except the Raz. The Raz loves you when everyone else doesn't. The Raz will drive you to the airport. The Raz will give you a kidney if you need one. But the Raz won't let you date his sister. I don't know what that was about. I just went off on a tangent. It's time for bed. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I very much appreciate it. Until next time,
and bye.
And at this point, we should disappear in a cloud of poof. But I need to bring that back. And then I need to give him one of those. And then the spinny thing. And then, of course, here's where Wirecast shuts down on me again. Locks up when I hit the timer. Fingers crossed. And see ya. I think it did. I think it locked up. Yeah, it did. It really did lock up. That is hilariously crazy.
All that Raz and no Mataz.
I think they could still hear us. Greg, if you can hear this, I need help. Well, let me go ahead and I need to restart that. Stand by.
Well, bye and bye.
Yeah. Yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, the killer can process meat. I enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, when you give your family a treat. It's got much nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a tail like a processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.